guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess it has been, pretty much quite a long time since I posted my last thoughts video that I did on Beetlejuice, so yeah, I guess I needed to have, I guess I needed last week off to take care of important things that I've actually mentioned earlier this month, particularly my sister's wedding around that time, but yeah, I guess if anything, I'm back pretty much to really get things back in business as normal for sure, because yeah, I guess, if anything, I definitely need, pretty much, some time to, of course, get myself caught up on what I need to, get out, of course, my, channel. So for those who have actually, been, keeping up to date with, of course, my latest, videos that I've been, putting up, since I got back, from, of course, my, week-long hiatus, thank you so much, so yeah. But I guess I might as well give you guys a little something, because since it is a thoughts video for sure, I guess I might as well give you guys pretty much my latest thoughts on, of course, the newest movie that actually came out for sure, so yeah, I think it's pretty much what I thought I would do for sure, because hey, we pretty much know the drill, of course, at that front, and yeah, I had a lot going on, pretty much well beforehand for sure, but either way, I think I know I am looking forward to what I'm actually gonna provide for all of you guys for sure, so yeah, I guess enough about that. We might as well get right on to business for sure, so yeah, I guess ever since I actually got back from, of course, my week-long hiatus for sure, I know a lot of you guys are rather disappointed that I didn't actually go see nor even dig a thoughts video on, of course, the movie that came out last week, Speak No Evil, and don't worry about a thing, yeah, for those who are wondering, yes, I heard good things about that said movie, but I don't actually plan on seeing it for the time being, so hopefully I think if it actually comes out on either DVD or Blu-ray, or maybe maybe on possible streaming for sure, I might shoot to finally check that one out for sure, but that will have to wait. That will have to wait until another day for sure, but I guess, to really help fill in the void, I'm jumping right onto this latest movie that just came out very recently by the time I'm recording this for sure, because yeah, I guess there was a lot going on for sure, and surprisingly enough, pretty much in regards to today's movie that we're going to be talking about here today, it actually revolves around a certain franchise that I actually had several run-ins with. Yeah, I think you can pretty much connect the puzzle pieces all together to see, of course, on what exactly I'm talking about for sure, because, ooh, yeah. I know that's saying a whole lot, given to, of course, some other movie franchises that I've actually talked about in these thoughts videos over the years for sure, so yeah. But luckily enough for this one, it's actually no stranger to danger, of course, on my front, so. And surprisingly enough, since I did mention on my trip to visit my sister last week, I guess for today's movie we're going to be talking about here today, we're actually going to be taking a trip, but not to a differing state or something, but rather a different planet that you could actually imagine. And I think you can pretty much, yeah, again, I think you can connect the puzzle pieces on, of course, what I'm going to be talking about. But I guess I might as well go ahead and jump right into it for sure. So yeah, with that being said, I think we might as well go ahead and take a trip all the way to the planet Cybertron for sure, as we go ahead and talk about the latest movie that just came out very recently, which is none other than Transformers 1. So So yeah, that's of course what we're going to be talking about here today for sure. It's not only the latest film that just came out very recently, but it's also the latest installment in the Transformers movies for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so before I could go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it is actually quite fitting that I should talk about, well, the Transformers movies in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, I guess I made no secret that if you have seen a few of my thoughts videos for sure, I already did express, of course, on how I actually felt about the Transformers movies that has been coming out over the past several years for sure. So yeah, and of course, I guess it's quite obvious, the first Transformers movie is actually a pretty decent flick all around, but given to what it actually is, it can be quite fun for sure. So yeah. And I know that's saying a whole lot since we do know for the fact that Michael Bay is of course attached to it for sure, but ever since it actually came out, it is still a decent flick, yes, but it actually did garner up pretty much a really interesting group of people that would actually think that this film is of course pretty much more of a satire of a Michael Bay movie while being a Michael Bay movie, but still trying its best to do something creative and different while staying true to the Transformers toy lines in a nutshell. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what we could say about pretty much the first Transformers movie. But again, it all went downhill ever since its sequels, Transformers 2, 3, 4, and 5 came out, which are really, really bad for sure. So, but however, I guess ever since 2018, the Transformers movies have actually had a massive turnaround for sure, and have actually started putting out some pretty good movies for sure. And I guess it is quite fitting because I actually did talk about a few of the Transformers movies over the course of these thoughts videos for sure. Like, of course, I really enjoyed Bumblebee and definitely think it is the best one out of all of them. And if you may recall, well over a year ago, I actually did talk about the last Transformers film that we actually got, which was, of course, Rise of the Beast. And I'll admit, despite several flaws, I actually do think it was actually really good for sure. So yeah, I think it's what I could say for, of course, the Transformers movies in a nutshell, just to help recap for sure. Yeah, the first 5 films, well, again, the first film is alright, but the other 4 movies are just downright bad to just terrible at best. But thankfully, the last 2 that we actually got have actually been really, really good. They actually garnered up a massive turnaround for, of course, these movies for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say for all the Transformers movies in a nutshell for sure. And I know that's saying a whole lot because I hardly actually grew up with, of course, Transformers, but I have heard of it as a kid for sure. And of course, again, it actually, much like My Little Pony and G.I. Joe, it is, of course, the toy line of course, what really garnered up Hasbro's popularity in a nutshell. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So, but yeah, regardless on that, when I actually saw the trailers for, of course, this newest one that's actually coming out, especially for the fact that, unlike the last 7 films that we actually got that they're all in live action for sure, this one is actually going to do something pretty much rather different. It actually go all animated. So yeah, I knew right away from when I actually first saw the trailers, I actually got myself really excited for sure because, yeah, truth be told, as cool as seeing the Transformers entirely in live action for sure, I really do want to see them go the animated route to actually see what they actually go for sure. and especially for the fact that this would actually be the first anime film based around the Transformers since pretty much the Transformers anime film from the 80s for sure. So yeah, that's actually rather quite interesting when you really think about it for sure, and I was actually quite curious to see on how they're going to pull it off for sure, and plus, moreover, I do like the idea that they're actually saying it on their home planet of Cybertron and serving it as a prequel and stuff for sure before any of the other movies actually came around for sure. So yeah, I guess I was rather open to it to see, of course, what they got going on for sure. So yeah, and of course, luckily enough, right around earlier today, by the time I'm recording this for sure, especially getting one of my packages that I ordered off of Amazon for an upcoming cosplay that I'm currently working on, to which I'll definitely reveal later on, so you'll have to wait and see. I did manage to get myself in to officially go and see this film, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas, as always, for sure, to yeah, actually get myself in to officially go and see this movie for sure. So yeah, and of course, now that I've officially got back from, of course, seeing it, a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I think they really deliver, of course, what they actually did, because, yeah, I guess in the end, this movie was a lot of fun, so yeah, I guess if anything, I really surprisingly enjoyed this movie for what it is, and yeah, I guess give it to what they actually got going on for sure. I think they really utilize the ideas that they have for, of course, this rather flawlessly for sure. I really do admire, of course, what they did to execute it properly, resulting in, of course, well, another good Transformers movie. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way to actually describe this movie for sure. I really enjoyed it for what it is, and yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about, well, everything that I need to talk about for sure. So yeah, for starters is, of course, the anime, yeah, pretty much the story. So yeah, I guess I'd give it to what I'm actually seeing with its story for sure. I really do like, of course, what they actually decide to go for sure. I think it is actually a very well structured out from what I can gather, and I really get a good glimpse of course, everything that goes on while the movie is actually currently playing for sure, and for that, I think they really did an incredible job with, of course, what they actually did. Again, just serving it as a normal old prequel and stuff, having it take place entirely in Cybertron, where, of course, we actually do get to see pretty much Optimus Prime and Megatron, and plenty of the other characters, to which we'll get to later on for sure. Actually seeing on what it's like before they actually became Autobots and Decepticons for sure. So yeah, I really do like, of course, what they actually did for sure, and given to what I've actually seen, I really do think they really did an incredible job with its story for sure. They really pulled off everything they can to make this movie work properly, and yeah, pretty much from what I've actually seen, I really do think they did an incredible job with the story. I really followed through with that quite well, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and of course, for another aspect, the writing, I have to say, yeah, that too, I will have to say, is, of course, done very well, in my opinion, and yeah, given to what I've actually seen, I think they really did put in a lot of hard work and effort in writing this movie, and yeah, pretty much with what I've actually seen, they really did an incredible job with its screenplay for sure to really make this movie stand out quite well for sure. It is that great in my opinion for sure. Again, I really follow through on everything that goes on for sure, and everything they've actually written out is actually very well done, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention the comedy, I have to say. Yeah, that too, I will have to say. Well, I guess, if anything, to me, some of the jokes I didn't think actually got me quite good, but the rest actually did, and I actually find myself actually giving myself a pretty good laugh for sure, So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for the comedy as another aspect for sure. So yeah, but given to, of course, all three of these aspects I actually mentioned, I really do think they did an incredible job with, of course, what they actually did, and I admire the commitment they actually pulled off to really make this work for sure, and they actually did it incredibly well. I love it all the ways. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Okay, I guess I'm done with that then, so yeah. Alright, so now that I've got those out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about, which are, of course, for starters, is, of course, the characters, and yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that we do all know the characters, of course, this movie for sure, especially pretty much in the entire franchise for sure. Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, Soundwave, Jazz, and that's just to name me a few for sure, and yeah, given to, of course, what I've actually seen by far, I think the characters in this movie, I really do get myself really investing in, of course, all these characters for sure. Yeah, they all actually have some really, really great development that were actually given to them for sure. And I think, moreover, they really utilize everything to make them likable and interesting for sure. And actually pretty much have a good reason to for us to give some sympathy towards, and yeah, I really do think the movie actually utilized the characters quite well for sure, and I really do admire, of course, what they actually did to really make them work quite well. So yeah, I guess needless to say, we all know the characters hands down, and in the case of this movie, I really do love, of course, what they actually did for sure. So yeah, really do love what they did with the characters, and I think the movie did an incredible job in utilizing them quite well for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for that in a nutshell. So yeah, and of course for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of us were a little skeptical at first to see on how they'll portray the characters, but for what it is, I really do think they really gave off such great performances, and actually pretty much give off their characters some really great personality for sure, and I think they really did an incredible job in doing exactly that for sure. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, I will have to say they really pulled off some really good performances for sure. Like, of course, Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime, I will have to say is actually brilliantly well done. I really do love on what he actually did to make Optimus Prime his own for sure, rather than be a carbon copy of what Peter Cullen did throughout the majority of the franchise for sure. So yeah, I really do admire that, and of course for Megatron, who's played in this movie by Brian Tyree Henry, yeah, I really do think he did I think he really did a fantastic job in portraying Megatron quite well for sure. And again, just making his character his own for sure, to really get him onto, of course, where he needs to be for sure. I really do admire that for sure. And And those are just a couple that I can actually praise, alongside a few others that I do have to admit actually gave off some good performances still, like of course Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, and of course Steve Buscemi for sure, and that's just to name a few for sure. So yeah. I guess needless to say, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, they did an incredible job with the casting, and I really do admire their performances all the way for sure. So yeah, those are of course what I can say for those two aspects in a nutshell for sure. So yeah. All right. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure, so yeah, and I guess seeing how this is a anime film, I should definitely talk about the animation for sure, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, from what I've actually seen, the animation in this movie is just absolutely spectacular for sure, right? Everything from what I've actually seen by far, they really did an incredible job in putting a lot of hard-working effort to animate this movie quite well, and in the end, it actually came out fantastic for what it is. The way they actually designed the characters and made them move and stuff is just absolutely brilliant in my opinion, and it actually does fit in well with, of course, with pretty much a few aspects that we got in the live-action films, while trying its best to stay within, of course, pretty much what they did with the earlier Transformers projects that are entirely animated for sure. So yeah, I really do admire, of course, what they actually did, and it's not just the characters itself, but also several other aspects that I can actually mention, like, of course, the visuals and the effects actually really do help blend in well with the characters' surroundings for sure, and I guess, moreover, the one thing I really do love the most is, of course, the incredible world building for sure. Yeah, this movie actually really wanted to utilize, of course, everything that's going on throughout the entire planet of Cybertron for sure, and given to, of course, what I've actually seen by far, I think they did an incredible job with its world building for sure. Like, of course, when you actually see this movie for yourself and pretty much step into the world of Cybertron, you really do feel like you really are on Cybertron for sure, alongside with plenty of the other Transformers that actually do reside, of course, that's planet throughout the course of the franchise. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's one thing I can really admire the most for sure, and I love it all the way. And let's not forget to mention the action, I have to say. That, too, I will have to say, is brilliantly well done, in my opinion. Every single thing that actually goes on, like, of course, every single fight scene or chase scene or anything that does require some really intense action for sure, but not too intense entirely, because you don't want to get the kids actually scarred or something, but regardless on that, the action, I will have to say, is actually brilliantly well done. I love the way they actually pretty much planned out everything with its action, and in the end, I think it did result in, of course, some really exciting moments that we could definitely get behind for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much the direction of this film, to which I'm actually quite amazed for the fact that this film is, of course, helmed by Toy Story 4 director Josh Cooley, and yeah, say what you will about that Sega film, and yeah, I will admit it is one of those films that didn't need to exist for sure, but I still enjoyed Toy Story 4. Pretty much what I did my thoughts video on that years ago for sure, but for the sake of Josh's directing style for, of course, this film, I say it actually does work quite well, and of course this one for sure. yeah, I really do admire the commitment that he actually did to really make this movie the best that he can for sure. And yeah, I really do love, of course, the hardworking effort he actually did to really make it work for sure. To which, yeah, actually does make it actually rather quite interesting to admire for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I really do love, of course, what Josh Cooley did directing this film for sure, and it actually did land him on pretty much an easy, great directing credit for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. And of course, the cinematography is really well done with some really great camera shots they actually did to help blend in with everything that goes on throughout the course of this movie. And of course, the editing, I have to say, is perfectly cut up well through some fantastic cuts and stuff. That also does match with the film's pacing that I really do admire for what it is. I really love, of course, what they actually did to make this movie flow out quite well for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I could say for all those in a nutshell for sure. But yeah, I guess with all that said and done, I think it's easy to tell, of course, how much I really enjoyed this movie for what it is. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie. So yeah, overall, with some really great ideas that are executed perfectly, and of course, with what they actually tried to accomplish, Transformers 1 is easily, without a doubt, a fantastic movie all around, and I say this is definitely one that I can really get behind for sure, and it's truly worth the watch, whether you're an average moviegoer or, of course, a long-time Transformers fan in a nutshell for sure. Everything from what I've actually seen by far really does work quite well for its entirety, and I really do love, of course, what they actually did for what it is. So yeah, and I guess seeing how pretty much we're only about 8 movies in with, of course, these Transformers movies, and with this being pretty much the first animated film, of course, this ongoing movie series, I say they actually did it quite well, and I say it's about time that they actually get around to doing that for sure. So yeah, given to what I've actually said, I really love this movie for what it is. I guess arguably I can say that I do like it a whole lot more than Rise of the Beast, but I would probably put it on the same level as Bumblebee for sure. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way I can actually describe this movie for sure, and yeah, I'm glad I really enjoyed it for what it is, because yeah, that's now 3 for 3 that we finally got ourselves a good Transformers movie for sure. So yeah, I'm really glad they actually did that for sure, and given to what I've actually seen in this film, I'm excited to see, of course, where they're going to go next for sure, because if anything, after only about 5, pretty much the first 5 movies not being on par for sure, and I guess, of course, the pretty much we wish would be the one movie series that we wish to forget anytime soon. I'm honestly glad that ever since Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast came out, they've actually had a massive turnaround and actually focus more on story and characters as opposed to, of course, action and explosions for sure. And yeah, I'm only saying it because, well, I'm looking at you, Michael Bay, so yeah, I guess needless to say, I say this is another great one that they decide to cram in for sure, and I'm really glad they actually did that for sure. I really enjoyed it for what it is, and I say this is definitely well worth checking out. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. So yeah, give it to what I've actually said. I do highly recommend this movie for what it is, for sure. I say you're going to be in for such a great time, for sure, because, yeah, if anything, I know hands down he really does want to keep with the heart and the spirit of course, of the Transformers in a nutshell, for sure, and I say this is, of course, a really great movie to check out, for sure, So yeah, if you are looking for pretty much a Transformers movie that really defies, of course, for it to keep with the love and the spirit of Transformers in a nutshell, then I say this is the perfect movie to actually check out, for sure. I really enjoyed it for what it is, and I say you're going to be in for something really great, for sure. And trust me when I say that once you do actually check it out, you're going to be in for something that truly is more than meets the eye. So yeah, that's probably the best way I can actually describe this movie overall, so yeah. Yeah, I guess give it to what I've actually said. Yes, folks, it looks like I'm actually going to give Transformers 1 an outstanding 8.5 out of 10 as my final score. So yeah, like I said, I would probably say that I actually prefer way more than Rise of the Beast, but I would pretty much at a close fraction, I would say it's on the same level as Bumblebee, for sure. So yeah, really enjoyed it for what it is, for sure, and yeah, chances are I'm definitely gonna look back on it anytime soon, because if anything, I know hands down that this is, of course, another great Transformers movie that we finally got, and we couldn't help but feel absolutely thrilled to finally see that happen, for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, if you're in for something really great, then definitely check this movie out. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And to quote Optimus Prime, all I can say for you to go see this movie is, well, transform and roll out. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that pretty much takes care of that, for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Transformers 1 if you have actually seen it? Do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it's another great Transformers movie alongside Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast that we actually got? Yeah, which actually makes it a fun time, or do you absolutely hate it and think pretty much it doesn't deserve to be made in the first place and just leave Transformers alone? Or are you somewhere in between where you actually think it's okay, for sure? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of this movie if you've actually seen it for yourself. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, I guess for the next movie I'm going to be talking about for next week, I think we're about to make a really nice transition, for sure, where, of course, we're going to go from one movie about robots that actually reside on, of course, their own planet, to, of course, another movie about another robot that's given to us by DreamWorks Animation. And I think you can probably tell, of course, what I'm going to talk about next, given to that hint, for sure. Like, I'm trying my best to withhold my enthusiasm for, of course, that one. But I'm going to leave that for the next thoughts video that'll be coming up soon, so yeah, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427's to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget.
Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.